first Beit HaMikdash, because his enemy was Babylon, and the enemy of the first Beit HaMikdash was Babylon. So it's showing a corresponding. Yitzchak was the second Beit HaMikdash corresponding to, and Esav, who destroyed it, was connected to him, you see? Was his enemy, so to speak. I mean, of course, son/enemy, but the enemy. So what happened to the forefathers is showing it's nothing more than their models. Their life was models of these three things that we're calling Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. So we have an understanding of how it means as relating back to Hashem. Okay, in his Beit HaMikdash. Everything has a parallel and a thread that goes through, showing the same thing. Now it's very interesting, in the part where Esav says that when he found out that he was tricked by Yaakov, and he says, Vayakiveni ze pa'amayim, twice already, he tried to outsmart me, because he took the Bechor first, the firstborn, and then he took the Brachot. So he was very angry. And in fact, Esav says in Toldot, let me just see here a second, and it says also that Rivka, she had Ruach HaKodesh or Nivu'ah, because what Esav was thinking in his mind, it says Shinu. See, after he was tricked, and Yitzchak gave the blessing to Yaakov and told him he basically doesn't have one for him, so he thought to himself that he wants to kill his brother, Yaakov. And he said here, Vayomer Esav, Bilibo, in his heart, Yikrevu Yemei Evel Avi, let the days of mourning of my father come close. V'harga et Yaakov Achi, and I will kill my brother Yaakov. Vayugad leRivka, it was told to Rivka, et divrei Esav bena Hagadol, his words, but he said it in his heart. So she had Nivuah, because that's who told her. Hashem told her. It said it was told. It doesn't say anybody told her. Okay? But we see that Esav had plenty of time to kill Yaakov, and he didn't. Now it's true, he ran away, but he ran away to family, and it's the first place to look. Esav could have teamed up with Lavan and killed him. He said, I will wait till my father will die, and I will kill my brother. Now he didn't have to do it right then, but he at least would wait till his father died. So the answer is, although it's true, maybe when his father died, it was already a different place, but wherever he was at the time, Esav could have got a hold of him. Right, he could have gotten a hold of him. So what happens is, we could say that he was really talking about the future. He was saying, when my father Yitzchak will die, but not him, the Beit HaMikdash that corresponds to him, when that will die, I'll get him.
Wow.
And he did. That's when he got him. Wow. That's when Rome got us. In fact, they destroyed it. He didn't waste one day to get us. He got us on that day. So look at that nivuah. It's like he was telling for the future what he's going to do. He didn't mean in my day. Most of the Pisukim, not most, all the Pisukim, always have the story of their time, and then there's the story of other time. Okay? And other time could be every generation or in a certain generation. That's why the Torah is multifaceted. It's not just for their time, the Avod in their lives. It's for all time. So Esav is saying something major here. He's already calling that when the Beit HaMikdash number 2 goes down, that's when he's going to take his revenge. And he did. And we're still under his rulership today. How do we know we're under his rulership? Because Mashiach would be here if we're not. It's the end is told about that when Esav's dominion, which is Rome, whoever Rome is today, which we have to analyze, as long as it's existing not existing, as long as it has a hold over us, then it's not time for Mashiach. So when Mashiach's here, it means that ended. Okay? Now Rome doesn't mean Rome on the map. Rome means something else. I don't know, did I mention that before? What's Rome? Maybe it's too much for now.
2 minutes.
Okay, let's do this then. I'll throw a few hints, but we might have to make another class on that also. Rome, it's called Roma. Eh? Ka-Roma, like Rome, because it's not Rome, because Rome is not the real Rome. It's something that's like Rome, because it's like it took it over. Karoma, something that's Karoma. You know what Karoma is? If you switch around the letters, Karoma, America. America is Karoma. And that's why it's named that way. Because Hashem is alluding that it's really the continuation of Rome, not the Rome that was once, but now. Now, America's fairly new. You know, Rome disappeared 2,000 years ago, so you can't just say it's all became America. Who was it before America for those even 2,000 years, you know? So well, maybe that's too much maybe for now, but again, maybe I'll just drop something. Okay, the main culture, we could say, that runs through America, that makes it what it is, it's that kind of a culture that we're looking for in previous years. Okay? It's really the religion of Christianity. Okay? Western civilization is mainly Christian, and it's that Christianity that began at the downfall of Rome and took over the Rome self, so to speak. And then wherever Christianity would go, that was Esav. Esav is the Christians. In fact, Esav himself was Mr. Christian, Mr. Yeshu. That's right. I think it's the Arizal that says even that he was a reincarnation of him. Esav and Yeshu is the same being. So he came down to start up a religion, which is him. So we've been fighting this Yaakov Esav fight. Has been here for 2,000 years. It's not something, a story in the Bible. Yaakov and Esav. We think we didn't see Esav for thousands of years. It's like he only bothered Yaakov. He didn't really bother us. He's been bothering us for 2,000 years. And that's a long lesson to explain all this about Christianity and Esav. It's actually a very, very exciting one. It explains a lot. It shows why the history is so, why Christianity is even doing what they're doing, where it's coming from. It explains many things. And even the downfall of them is somewhat predicted, because when you match it up to some of the Chazal that we have about the end of Esav, it also fits for Christians. Okay? That's Esav, one religion of the world. What's another religion of the world? Ishmael. Islam. We notice that the major religions of the world that are causing us problems are family. It's not outside people. You know why? Because Abraham was blessed. He said, in you will be blessed all the people. So all the religions, the right one and the wrong ones, are all from him. It's all a family matter, what's going on here. It's not like the Chinese, they have their own thing, but it's not like that's really who's troubling us. It's because the power of Abraham lies with Esav and Ishmael. Since Abraham was blessed, they got it. It's like they got the blessing of power and dominion. It's really from Abraham. It kind of oozed off onto them too. You see, because they come from him. So the worst enemy is a family enemy. Because it means they have the gifts of you, because it's the same family. So they use the gifts against you. But of course Hashem one day will save us from both of them. We're really at the end of Esav. We don't see much of Esav. Really the Holocaust, because that was Christian, kind of brought on because of Christians, even though it was still Germans, who's another thing, that's really Amalek, which is like a graduate of Esav, because it was his grandson. They're more evil than Esav per se. It's like a step up in their way of thinking. But it was Esav. So even the Germans and the Christians, it's all Esav. So that was the Esav fight. But ever since then, it was like it was the end of them. And that's when the Arab problem kind of took off. Because we got Israel and then the whole Israel problem right after the Holocaust. So it kind of shifted already. Mm-hmm. So Yishmael is at the end. Esav is still there, but not as hard. But the point is, Yishmael is only going to be a little bit, few years they say. It's not like a whole exile that we have thousands of years or even hundreds of years or whatever it is. It should be very short. Hopefully it should be ending even now. And Esav and Yishmael together will go. And then it'll be the time where the Jews reign and we get back Israel and we rule the world. And we'll rule it with kindness and with justice. We don't want to rule the world also to tell people what to do in a dictatorship. Truth is, we do want to tell them what to do, but we know what to tell them. We're a good people. We don't want to kill people. So if we rule the world, that's good because we're going to bring peace to it. If the wrong people rule the world and they have no business ruling it because they're selfish, they'll only destroy. But a giving people, by all means, it's proper for them to rule the world because they're going to do the right thing by mankind. So that's what we're getting to. And it's actually very close when this time should happen, when we should get Israel back. I mean, we have it back. Actually, it's not so simple. We're going to take a break now. And we're going to continue also a little bit later.